Today, I'm back with Mega Movie Numbers, where we run down physical media by the numbers. First, we take a look at the top 20 selling 4K Ultra HD discs of a previous week. I give you my thoughts and recommendation on every single title there. And then, of course, we get into the market share breakdown, where we look at the different disc formats you love: DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K, see how well they're selling in comparison to one another. We got some exciting numbers again for 4Ks. Let's go! And then, of course, we talk about the future of physical media, the state of physical media, and where does it go in the new year. So before we get into all that, of course, you love collecting physical media just like me, being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans. Go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you stay alerted when a new physical media topic video posts. And of course, leave in the comments below, what were you picking up last week? But let's get into the list of bangers. So here at the bottom of the 4Ks, we do have Dune Part 2 from Warner. I picked up Dune Part 2 recently as well when it got discounted, and this 4K disc sounds and looks excellent. Oh my gosh, one of the best 4K releases of the year. So very excited to have that one in the collection. Next up, one I do still need to get. Terminator, what? No, I have this one almost. I thought it was almost Terminator 1. No, this is Terminator 2 Judgment Day from Lionsgate. No, I have this one. I've had it for a long time. I wonder why this one is selling a lot again now. I'm guessing because people picked up the first Terminator and they're like, okay, let's get Terminator 2 Judgment Day into the collection as well. Now, I know a lot of people don't like that transfer. Me personally, I'm fine with it. Looks scrubbed clean like a new penny, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So I actually like that one quite a bit, and it's just like my favorite action movie of all time. Next up, we gotta have Twisters from Universal. Still another 4K I need to pick up that I'm sure is gonna look and sound great. So I have to get this one into the collection, but just waiting on a little bit more of a discount there. Next up, we got the Peanuts Holiday Collection from Warner. I finally picked this one up as well because this is just an awesome edition. You got 4Ks in here, you have Blu-rays in there. So if you're only a Blu-ray collector, then I would still recommend this set because you have all the holidays here for these Peanuts. You have the Halloween one, you have Thanksgiving, you got Disney. I mean, not Disney. What the heck am I saying? We got Christmas. See, Disney's taking over everything. That's why I said Disney. But no, you got Christmas in there, and it's really cool. You have different episodes too thrown in there, so you do get the worth out of it. I do think the runtime is worth it. But I really like the Peanuts movies. I mean, they're just old school family fun. The music's phenomenal. Can't do better than Snoopy. He's hilarious in these. So yeah, I really like getting those into the collection. Next up, we're gonna have Hawkeye, the complete first season, Disney and Marvel. I still have not picked up this steelbook. I would love to have all the superhero steelbooks, but I will not pay an outrageous price. That should be 35 and under. It's one season of television, and these aren't even really full seasons. It's like 8 episodes or something like that. To me, the runtime does not justify the price, unfortunately. So yeah. Next up, we got Shaun of the Dead from Universal. They did a new, I guess, repackaged release of this one. I think it got into a cool, fancy steelbook or slipcover edition. Shaun of the Dead, I've never been a massive fan of. I know a lot of people like it. I'm just not as much into the spoof comedy. So the humor was okay for me. Just I don't need to rewatch it a bunch of times. Next up, we got a new one here with Riddick from Shout Studios Universal. Yes, Shout Studios totally swooped in on that last Riddick movie there. I thought Arrow was going to get it, but oop, they let that one slip through their fingers. So, Riddick, I might pick up all of these eventually one of these days. Who knows? Maybe in a sale. Next up, we got Oppenheimer from Universal. Another disc I watched recently for the first time on the 4K and looked and sounded great. Not a massive fan of the movie. I like it well enough, especially the first 2 acts, but it does lose me in that third act, unfortunately. Next up, we gotta have Beetlejuice from Warner. Got to an excellent price. It was like under 19 bucks if you're keeping up with my Amazon deal videos. Oh my gosh, looked sounded great on the 4K disc, and the special features were fantastic. That's why we collect physical media. So I highly recommend picking up that movie. It is a lot of fun. Next up, gonna have Loki, the complete second season from Disney Marvel, and I do like this one quite a bit out of the Disney Marvel streaming shows. So I would like to get this steelbook because the artwork looks beautiful inside and out. But once again, I just gotta wait for a reasonable price. Get the 35, please. Next up, we got a new one here with Willow from Disney and Lucasfilm. I did a whole rant video on this one, ranting on the price and what you actually get for this one. I mean, the transfer I heard isn't even that great, and they charge like $45 for this sucker. To me, that's ridiculous. So I cannot heavily promote picking that one up. I can promote if you want to see my rant video on it. I will link that in the description below and probably at the end of this video if you missed it because it was hilarious. Next up, we got The Grinch from Universal. Happy to see The Grinch always selling so well. It got to a really cheap price too, like $10 or so. And I love all the Grinch movies, so it's that time of the year. Of course, next up, gotta have The Wild Robot from Universal. I do need to pick up this one eventually. I bet you they're turning this one into a franchise. This movie was just so good in theaters. A lot of emotion that I wasn't expecting out of an animated film. And they have some bonkers action moments in there that really keeps it energetic. So I really love that one. Next up, we got Godzilla Minus One from Toho. Yes, I did actually pre-order the special edition with the black and white one. That's going to be released by the Godzilla store. So hopefully I made the right move with that one because that edition looks really darn cool. So just waiting for them to ship that one out. Can't wait to watch it on the disc. But in the theaters, the movie was phenomenal. Definitely my favorite Godzilla movie of all time. Now, next up, we're going to have Deadpool and Wolverine from Disney and Marvel. These steelbooks did get a little bit of a discount, I guess you could say. I mean, instead of being $60, you could pick them up for $45 now. I did cover those in my Amazon deal video. If you do want to go through an affiliate link there, definitely go back to that video for sure. I don't know if I want to pick these ones up yet. I don't love the $45 price, but I also want to get these eventually. I mean, at least one of them. I don't need both. So maybe could I get $5, $10 cheaper? Like if it gets to 35, definitely going to pick that one up. Next up, we got to have Star Wars Ahsoka, the complete first season from Disney Lucasfilm. I do want this one. I want it, just not at the price. So I got to wait for a discount on all those steelbooks. Next up, we got a new one here from Criterion. Finally, we've got No Country for Old Men. This is a Coen Brothers movie, Oscar-winning movie. I like this one well enough. I mean, it's like a Western cat and mouse game, thriller, edge of your seat. So, yeah, and really good performances there, too. So, maybe in the future, a Criterion sales season, if the mood hits me just right, I'll pick up No Country for Old Men. Next up, we're going to have the top three here. Top three, Star Wars, The Mandalorian, the complete third season, Disney and Lucasfilm. This is probably the one I'm least excited to pick up in the future if I do get it, just because I heard it was pretty darn boring. So maybe if it gets, once again, discounted. Next up, top two. This second one surprised me here. Interstellar from Paramount. Now, I know it got re-released in IMAX and people were going to the theater for it, and that got some hype. But I didn't know people were getting excited to pick it up on physical again. I know they got that kind of fancy new, I guess, box-looking edition. So I guess that just sold really well. I did not notice them in my local stores, but I guess people just picked it up online. So that is awesome. Very good movie. One of my favorite Nolan movies, but super long though. Next up, number one, we got Alien Romulus from 20th Century. I actually really like this out of the Alien franchise. To me, it combined a lot of the great parts of the original Alien with Aliens. It was a very safe play, but sometimes you need that out of a franchise, kind of rejuvenate it. So I like Alien Romulus overall. I do want the 4K disc, but I was not going to pay that crazy steelbook price, which once again was like $45. These Disney steelbook prices, we need to say no more to these crazy steelbook prices. We need to hold the line. So I will hold the line till it gets discounted, or I'll just pick up the 4K when that gets super cheap in the future. I'm okay waiting. I do not mind waiting for a good deal. You guys know that. I keep you informed on those, of course. Now let's get into the market share breakdown. So let's look at all these different disc formats. Getting into the top secret files. Let's go. All right. So looking at these, okay, so 4Ks did drop a smidgen the week ending December 14th here, the 20.2%. Yes, the week before that, it was up to 30%, but like I said, I like 20. 20% is not bad. I remember the days where 4Ks used to be under 5%. So this is a good sign. It's been around, 20, going upwards of 30 for the past couple months or so. This means it's a collector's market. People are wanting to pick up the best format, or well, I'm not going to say the best. They're all great formats, but I guess the most premium format for collecting needs I get it. I get why that format is selling so well now. And they've had a lot of great releases in the past few months too. So that's phenomenal. Next up, we have Blu-rays at the 24.7%. So about 25%. That's healthy for Blu-rays. I'd love to see Blu-rays at 30%. I'd love to see 4Ks at 30%. And then I would love to see DVDs a little bit lower. They're at 55.1% right now. So they had a little bit of a boost. I guess some people were buying those new slip covers in Walmart stores, right? Those old classic holiday DVDs with the new Christmas slip covers on them. I guess people were picking those up. They were tempted for the holidays. I get it. I understand that. So DVDs are always going to be there, but we're not seeing crazy DVD numbers like we used to. Before, just a few months ago, we're seeing like upwards of 60, 70%. And I'm like, what the heck? Are they going to eliminate the other formats all entirely? And that wasn't the case. This looks a little bit more even, where DVD is about a little bit over half, and then Blu-ray 4K combined are a little under half. So that's not terrible. Not terrible. So let's talk about here the state of physical media, the future of physical media. Where do we go next into the new year? Well, I think it's a great time to be a collector. Many reasons why. There's tons of boutique labels doing great work out there, a lot of cool new releases coming out, some great catalog title announcements that I'm very excited about. So that's awesome. And we still have studios supporting physical media to a certain extent. So that is good news. Now, the prices are getting outrageous from some of them on their Steelbook limited editions that aren't really limited editions anymore, by the way. They always reprint these suckers if they sell really well. But the day one prices are a little outrageous, to say the very least. But I'm okay waiting for them to once again get a little bit of a discount and decide if I want to steelbook at that point. But if I don't, it sells out. It sells out. Whatever. Heck, I'll get the slipcover. Or if it doesn't come with a slipcover, I'll still pick it up, because the disc with the movie is the most important thing for movie preservation. There, for being able to watch the movie in the best quality possible. Yes, packaging is great. Packaging's like the gravy on top of it, but you still need the solid base. Okay, so I still will pick up the disc eventually once I get to reasonable prices. But I do think these studios are going to recognize that, hey, maybe we got to adjust prices just a little bit. We're not selling at these crazy prices. Because I think eventually collectors are going to get wise to it and be like, okay, we're not going to pay $45 for every single Disney Steelbook release. We're just going to wait. I think that's going to happen. I mean, do you guys think that's going to happen in the new year? You guys tell me. Will collectors pause on collecting those types of editions? And maybe we'll see different editions out there too. Maybe some studios will try to change things up a little bit. So I think we're still going to have a good, healthy collecting market. We know we're getting more towards a collecting market. A lot of the casuals are either not watching movies now, or they're going to streaming, or whatever it might be. But there's always going to be a collecting market, at least for the next 5, 10, 15, who knows how long. But at least there'll be some kind of boutique label or studio to cater to us. Now, is it going to be in retail spaces? Could I see Walmart getting out of the collecting game in the future? I could see that, absolutely. And who knows? But Barnes and Noble's doing good work. It looks like some of those stores are ramping up physical media. So it just depends. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting year to see where everything kind of falls. So it's going to be a year of probably big changes. That's what I can say. We don't know all the big changes that are going to happen out there in the physical media world, but we definitely can get some excitement and those physical media titles out to the collectors that absolutely want them in some way or another. So I'm excited and proud to be a physical media collector. I hope you guys are too, of course. But yeah, those are just my current thoughts right now. Once again, this might change in like a week or a month. Who knows? New year can bring a lot of new stuff. But you guys let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for the new year? What are you looking forward to in the physical media world? What have you been picking up for the holidays? What was your best holiday physical media gift? Leave that in the comments below, of course. And then if you haven't already, once again, merely smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. That's so important. I know a lot of people watch the content, but they don't take those extra steps. But it does really help out the channel algorithm, to really help this channel grow in the new year, to get this information and entertainment out to more people. And we got to stay strong as a physical media collecting community. So please help out with that if you can. Of course, share out the video if you would like, and just have a great time watching and talking them movies, my friends. And of course, you love this physical media topic. Another thing that helps is marathoning some Mega Mike videos. So go ahead and merely smash the next video right now. And thank you so much, my Mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.